maybe you could elaborate a little bit on what you found over the years women are actually attracted to versus, what we kind of assume they are.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, women are attracted to winners. It just
yeah,
boils down to that. I've often said that women hang out at the finish line and pick the winners. That ruffles feathers. It ruffles women's feathers because then it exposes the fact that they always want the best they can get, and
yeah,
they want the winner, and that pisses off guys that can't win or struggle, to figure out how to win in life. So yeah, like you'll hear it from all kinds of different angles, but at the end of the day, I mean, like we live in a culture and a society today where a lot of guys are really weak and pussified, and that's a function of a lot of things coming at them from a whole different number of angles. I mean, we could spend 3 hours talking about that, but it's never been easier for guys to stand out from the crowd. If I'm being perfectly honest, like you said earlier, a lot of dudes get really obsessed and like they just spend way too much time on watching these. I call them black pill channels because they're these guys that are just like, oh, if your jawline's not straight like Mark's, you're never going to get a girl, or if you don't have muscles like him, sort of thing, you're never going to get the girl, or girls will just use you until they can find a better deal, or the richer guys sort of thing. And
yeah,
that's not entirely true. Like women do have the capacity to pair bond to guys if you're a solid guy and you have good frame and you know how to deal with women. But yeah, there's a lot going on with those dynamics, my friend.
yeah. And I would say that's an interesting distinction for those people who aren't sort of familiar with the jargon. The black pill, maybe one way that I think about it is sort of a hopelessness, a victim mentality of like I was born with these genetics and therefore it means that I will never,
Yeah,
have a
it's a victim
woman.
mindset. Yeah,
Yeah,
big time. Like one of the most common complaints you hear is like, well, I'm 5'6", I'll never get a chick. And it's like,
yeah,
really? Because I had a roommate for about 5 or 6 years that was about 5'4", 5'5", and he was a slayer. Right.
yeah,
And it's like, you can't do anything about your height, but I mean, like you can max out in other areas of your life, right? You can be
yeah,
charismatic, you can be charming, you can be captivating, you can obviously make a lot of money, if
yeah,
you're short, then you better be short, jacked and funny and, have something going, going on in your life. But a lot of guys will just stop at that and be like, you know what? I got dealt a shitty hand. There's nothing I can do. All these people, I hate them for whatever reason because they're tall or they get girls and I don't. And they just wallow in that misery. And it's sad, in one regard, but in the other regard, it's like, okay, it's easier for guys that are doing the work to get the girls or more girls if they want.
yeah, yeah.